So you go home, you seeing her for the very first time. You're seeing your husband, your spouse for the very first time. You open the door, it comes to your mind, what's the maximum potential of this moment? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yes!
So Courtney's a very special person.
Yes.
He graduated as a lawyer in Ontario.
Wow.
And after you article, pass all your exams, then you get, quote, called to the bar, which means you're authorized to be a lawyer and to practice law in Ontario. And there's quite a few people who do that. But there's an extraordinarily small number of people who then go to another jurisdiction, and he went to New York State, wrote the exams, got called to the bar in New York State, so he's approved to be a lawyer in Ontario and New York.
Wow. That's good.
And then he went to Jamaica, and then he went to 2 other Caribbean islands.
Huh.
He is one of the few lawyers in the world called to the bar or approved to be a lawyer in 5 different jurisdictions. And he's a client and friend, and he's going to give you a brief presentation, and we are all excited to enjoy it. And you have something for
And
me?
before I do that, it is my privilege and my honor, first of all, to share the stage with you and with Jack and with all these incredible people who have presented here this weekend. And these are 2 books that I have written and published, and I'm delighted to present you with them.
The gift of love and authentic power. Not what you'd expect from a lawyer. And so let's hear his
But not
best.
only, but one more thing. My next book
Is.
is Us.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Raymond. It is such a pleasure for me to be here. I want to thank you all for this incredible opportunity and to share with you today. So, you heard, here I was, 40 years old, incredibly successful lawyer, called in 5 jurisdictions, and everything's going great. Had the houses, the cars, you name it. Top of my game. Yet something was missing. At first I thought I could fix it by making more money. So I pushed harder. Increased, work harder. But the more I gained materially, the bigger the spasm. The bigger the issue, something missing. I kept asking myself, is this all there is to life? Somehow, there was a glimpse, and I figured that there gotta be something else. Here I was, 40 years old, there gotta be something else. I'm on top of the game, must be something else. You know what I did?
What?
I took 2 years off.
Wow.
I went on a sabbatical. I started here in North America and I studied everything I could about the human potential movement, read the books. I went to South America, hung out in the Amazon.
Wow.
Anybody ever drunk ayahuasca?
Not
In the
lately.
jungle?
Not lately.
Not lately? I went to Asia. I meditated for weeks at a time. Silence, no words. Literally traveled the world. Somewhere in that journey, something amazing happened to me. I'm not sure it can be described with words. I try to do it I've written about it. But it best described, in my opinion, by analogies. The way I look at it is, while I was practicing law, yes, there were these material accomplishments, there were these accolades, there was approval from the community. Parents were pleased, everybody pleased. The reputation was there, but I considered that as being a level. I was simply accumulating. I describe it that I was psychologically asleep. What do I mean by psychological sleep? Yes, I could go through the motions. I was programmed to be a lawyer. I was programmed to be the perceived success in our society was simply adding more programs. And of course, I was an achiever, so I kept adding more and more. But accumulating to be approval. That's my lava stage. On the journey, I decided there have to be something more to life. Willing to give it all up. I call this the warrior stage. I was willing to stand alone, to be on my own feet for the first time in my life, to separate myself from the tribe, and to go deep inside of me to discover what is it really to be a human being. What does it mean really? What is this thing called being a human being? Yes, I know how to do, I know how to act, I know how to think, I know how to feel, but what is this distinction being? And I was willing to explore that. It takes a lot of courage to explore it. I call this the warrior stage. And it actually did take a while. But in that exploration, something even more magical happened, which is even more harder to describe. Somewhere along the journey, a quietness occurred, a peace occurred, a serenity occurred. The only word I can use to describe it is a metamorphosis, a transformation. I was simply, completely not the same human being. I can't really put my finger on it and say it happened this particular time or this particular place, but I felt it inside of me. And something else even magically occurred. People around me started feeling it too. So even people I was studying with or meditating with could then turn to me and say, wow, what is this experience you have, and share this with me. I would be traveling in the airport, not saying anything, and someone would come and say, share with me what's happening. And I started sharing. Out of that sharing, my life shifted. And I decided that this is something I couldn't run from anymore. This is something I had to face directly. And I started an organization called the Global Institute for Freedom, Transformation, and Enlightenment.
Wow.
Wow.
Woo!
Simple acronym GIFT, G-I-F-T-E, or mygift.com. It's a gift, in my opinion, for all humanity. All of us have access to this gift. Every human being on the planet have access to this gift. Through my life work now is to show others a pathway towards this gift. To show that this is actually possible. And yes, you don't even have to go on a 2-year sabbatical around the world. You can stay where you are as long as you are committed to the process. The first step in the process is what I call an awakening. What is this awakening? What does it mean to be awake? I said I was psychologically asleep. And yet, I had all the material things. I had it, perceived, I had it. But yet, I was psychologically asleep. To be awakened is to recognize that there's something higher than the doing, the feeling, the speaking, and the acting. I distinguish that as our being part of ourselves. the existential part of ourselves, which is about our being. What is it to be human? Let me explain it this way. Ordinarily, if I ask a human being, who are you? Or if you ask me who I am, where do I look for the answer? Anybody know? Where do I look? Externally. I look outside of myself. More importantly, I look at my history, my past. Am I my memory? No, we're not. But most of us actually do think and live as if we are our memory. When we do that, we're literally not being a human being. We're not being in the moment. What we have done is we have taken our past out of our past and put it where our being should be, and also project that into the future. So what I have is literally a machine running from yesterday into tomorrow, and no being exists.
Wow.
To be a human being is the most precious thing on this planet. When we are not being a human being, we're simply our memories. We're simply being a cloud of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making us happy. The joy in life, the true joy, the true zest, the true vitality, the true spirit is to be here now. To be with what is. Whatever is occurring right here, right now, that is what it is to be human. Now, to really get it profoundly, to really get it, like it took me 2 years to get it. I believe as well it took Jesus Christ 40 days and 40 nights in the desert to get it. I believe it took the Buddha 6 years in the wilderness to get it. It may not even take you that long, or it could, I don't know. But being about that journey to discover the fifth capacity of what it is to be human is the most beautiful journey there is. I have dedicated my life to helping myself live on this journey and to help others who are interested to live on this journey. It is the most beautiful gift that I have given myself. It's the most beautiful gift that I can give to any human being. And I'm delighted to share this gift with anyone who's interested to do so. I do seminars right here in the city and around the world. If anyone's interested, you know, you can find me. My name's Courtney Kazembe, and it is such a pleasure to share with you from this stage today. I completely love you, and I'm happy to share with you. No, I get some more time. All right, well, thank you so much. Now, let's tell you a little bit more of this process. What is the way to actually raise one vibration? This conference is about the wow experience. Would you like to have a wow experience with me? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So let's share with you ordinarily how we can shift our vibration like this. Like immediately, on point, we have the power every day to switch. So let me explain that to you. Ordinarily, what we do is we take our yesterday self, our victim self, or our fearful self, and we bring it into today. That's what most of us do. I'm going to give you 5 seconds or 10 seconds to experience that. Just exaggerate it for the effect of it. Just stand up and shake somebody's hands, being your victim self. And let's say have that experience. Everyone to stand up, just for exaggeration sake. Let's share. Someone's hands, being your victim self. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I guess that's
Now,
sorry.
how does that feel?
Lousy.
It doesn't feel good. But why do we go through life living like this? Why do we do that? Now, when we do that, what we're simply doing, we're in our thoughts, we're in our feelings, and we're acting it out. There is a completely different way to live. when you choose to live from your being, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your words does not influence you. Guess where the influence comes from?
Universe.
From your being. There's an inner resource in each and every one of us that we can tap into. And I'm going to show you today how you can tap into that inner resources with the power of your will and the power of your being. I have a unique anchor that I use. And before I go on stage, before I interact with anyone, I come to myself. What is the maximum potential of this moment? Everyone, say that with me.
What is the maximum potential of this moment?
The moment. Remember, to be human being means you live in the moment. And this is what I do in each moment that I'm going to do something. I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yes! Yes! And I go for it. Okay, so I'm going to do it one more time, and then you're going to do it the third time with me. It goes like this. This is an anchor. Everyone, it's an anchor that you know when you do this, you're getting anchored into your power. You're getting ready for peak performance. You're ready for the maximum potential of the moment. It goes like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yes! Now the third time you're going to do it with me. And I really want you now to anchor yourself. You're going to get into your anchor, into your power, your personal power. You're going to feel it in your bones, in your body, in your minds. It goes like this. Everybody, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yes! Want to feel it? Can you feel it? Yes! Now, that's your anchor. Every time that you are getting ready to give the maximum potential of your moment, you're going to say that. Now, you don't have to say it out loud every time. You can just do it inside of you. Everybody got it? Yeah. You get it? Yes? Yes! Okay, so we're going to do it one more time. I want you all to put your heart, your soul, your body into it. Are you ready? Yes! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yes! Okay, so anchoring yourself in that way, you are now going to shift yourself into a higher vibration. You are a child of this universe. You're no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be on this planet.
Right.
Yes.
Say yes!
Yes.
It's your birthright.
Yes.
You came here for a purpose.
Yes.
Got it? So now, being in that anchor, you've now anchored yourself. You are going to now use 10 seconds to meet 2 people with your powerful self. You're going to make this memorable. What is the maximum potential of this moment? Everyone, you're going to get up now, and you're going to meet 2 people around you, being in the maximum potential of this moment.
Oh my God, that was awesome. Did you notice the difference? Yes! Did you notice when you're anchored, when you're powerful, when you shift your vibration, the maximum potential of the moment just escalates, becomes much more incredible, much more powerful. That you have now taken your vibration from here to here. Yes. Isn't that amazing? Yes. Isn't that incredible? Yes.
If you wanted to take it from here to here.
There's more?
Yes. Yes.
Go for 10.
Anybody want to do it?
Yes!
So in order to do that, this is what you have to do. Now, remember, you are a complete human being. You now have anchored yourself. You completely separate yourself from your past. There's no negativity in your past. There's no shyness in your past. That does not exist. There's no memory. You're a completely brand new human being. Everybody you're meeting now is for the first time. You live in the moment, you go home, you're seeing your wife for the very first time. Is that clear?
And what's the question you ask?
How are you, dear?
No. What's the question you ask?
What is the maximum potential in this moment?
What is, come on everybody.
What is the maximum potential in this moment?
So you go home, seeing her for the very first time. You're seeing your husband, your spouse for the very first time. You open the door, it comes to your mind, what's the maximum potential of this moment? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yes! And magic occurs. Literally, magic. Your entire life can live magically, powerfully, magically. Now, this is what you do. If you want to take your vibration from here to here, I'll share with you a little thing that I do. And this is something I do. I'm going to come on stage. Of course, what's the question I ask myself? What's the maximum potential for this moment? So I go into the bathroom where no one's going to see me, or I find a space where no one's going to see me. I'm going to share with you my secret. Remember, you want to anchor yourself. And I have just 45 seconds to close. You got to make this 45 seconds be the maximum potential. So this is what you do. In that 5 seconds, everybody, you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you gather yourself together and you use your entire body, your mind, your heart, your soul, everything in it. And you do this 10 times. Yes, 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 yes! Yes!